Long live the king.
Godzilla, king of the monsters, will see the Big G, the king himself, face off against the other Big G, the other king, King Ghidorah. We know, having looked at the viral marketing for the King of the Monsters and the Monsterverse, that King Ghidorah and Godzilla have either faced off against one another before, or that Godzilla is aware of King Ghidorah through perhaps King Ghidorah battling out against the Godzilla species. And that's the topic of today's video. Godzilla is not a singular entity. In the Monsterverse, we know that these are ancient creatures, and as such, Godzilla would have had to have a species, more members of his kind. So what happened to them? What killed the Godzilla super species? We know of the Hollow Earth theory within the Monsterverse, and we know that there is a potential chance that the Godzilla species could just be laying dormant, absorbing the planet's energy, the radiation, and as introduced in the Godzilla prequel comic, Godzilla Awakening, this tells us of Godzilla's origin within the Monsterverse, which is awfully similar to that. But for this video, we're going to assume and run off the theory that there are actually no more of Godzilla's kind left. Which, if we're taking a look at the Hollow Earth theory, it's actually one that holds up. Even if there was a Hollow Earth, even if the other Godzillas were asleep, dormant, when the Big G wakes up, you'd think he would go and seek out his brethren, and he didn't. He just continued as is. He's an animal. At his core, they sleep, they eat, they procreate. And Godzilla seems only intent on the first two. So the rest of his kind are probably, more than likely, dead. Wiped out. But by who? By what? We can run off the theory that they could have been killed by extinction level events, similar to that which killed off the dinosaurs. But that's unlikely due to how powerful Godzilla himself is and how durable the Big G is. So it would make sense that actually a predator, an apex beast, has come across Godzilla and his kind, King Ghidorah to be exact. We know from the cave paintings which were used in the viral marketing for King of the Monsters and the end credits to Skull Island that King Ghidorah has battled Godzilla before. Not specifically the Godzilla that we now see, but some of his kind at the very least. We also know that Godzilla has encountered Mothra and Rodan before, during battles with King Ghidorah, as per the viral marketing. So, could King Ghidorah in the Monsterverse still be an alien? Absolutely, and more than likely due to what they have shown us. Let me explain. In Godzilla Awakening, we see Godzilla on ancient Earth, with numerous creatures, titans, giant beasts, roaming the Earth and coexisting. Godzilla kept everyone in check as the apex predator. He was the beast that kept balance and order. Ultimately, they are animals, and if they are working together outside of a symbiotic mutual relationship, they would be doing so against a common threat. Also, not to mention, King Ghidorah is explained in the Monsterverse as being a living extinction event himself. So if King Ghidorah was a native lifeform to Earth, everyone would be dead, destroyed, gone. Finito. So it's incredibly likely that King Ghidorah came down to Earth, claiming the planet as his own, and the Godzilla super species saw this threat, combating it, stating their dominance over the planet, but they were unsuccessful. Godzilla himself saw his species wiped out and thus had to band together with other titans, which we see depicted on the walls of ancient civilizations. Mothra, Godzilla, and Rodan work together, battling King Ghidorah and sealing him up in an icy prison. It would also make sense as to why Godzilla and King Ghidorah generally have a hatred for one another. We see Godzilla and King Ghidorah facing off against one another in the King of the Monsters trailer. A clear atmosphere, it also adds stakes. Godzilla being the last of his kind, not willing to lose to the creature that destroyed the rest of his species. Hopefully, it's something that will either be explored in the movie or in some supplementary material for budding fans like you and me. Anyway, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this theory video, hit subscribe for more weekly Monsterverse videos, movie reviews, and movie news. Smash that like button to help out the channel and share. As always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.